Good people, welcome to my channel. It's been a very long time I haven't talked to you and I haven't shared any videos on my channel, and today I actually brought something quite important and new, and I think I should share it with you because I believe there are a lot of people who've been watching my channel and they benefit, and some of them actually reach out to me on Facebook and always ask me questions on how to get along certain things, and I always like to help, and that's why I'm here today. Now this is a brand new method that I found, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make this money here on a single day using something called Google News. Now you have no idea what that means. You're not going to watch any news on Google or going to probably read your stuff and like that. It's just 4 simple steps, straightforward, and right now we're jumping onto it. Now this money you see right here is very achievable, and you don't even need to spend 24 hours to make this money. Okay, you can spend literally an hour or an hour and a half to make this money, between $150 to $1,000 every single day, just doing Google News. Now how do we do that? Now let's jump onto our Google tab here. If you're using a Windows, I suppose you should do that by clicking on the Google icon here. In this case I use a Windows, you might use a Mac, it could be a bit different. So you can just type here Google News, alright, enter, and you can see here it appears Google News. You can click on it, or you can actually go here to this tab which says the Google Apps, and on the right corner here you can see Google News. So we click on that and we are on the Google page. Now what we find here are articles which are written every single day. You can see here this one is 21 minutes. This one right here, it says 21 minutes. Trump will now be forced to testify after blah blah blah. These things are being published every 2-3 hours, right? You can see another one here 16 hours ago. What we're trying to find here is to see around here is to see that there are tons of different news reports out here, and we can also see on the left side here that there are different categories. You can see here, for example, the US, the world news, your local news, that's your country where you are at the moment, business, technology, entertainment, sports, science, health. All right. So now what do we do with any of these sections? So if we just pick one of these sections, for example, we can say health, right? We choose health, for example, and see what it actually looks like. You can see here, you see the People's Pharmacy, and you see flu arrive early in I suppose that's New York City, and I'm not sure what that is, and all of that. All right. So what do we do with all this? Now let's jump back to where we were before, and I will show you something how to earn this money. Now on this site, this is a website, a company that's going to pay you between $150 to $1,000 for writing them an article on a niche called feminism. Now I suppose that if you live in any part of the world right now, you would have noticed that in 2022 and late 2021 and 2022, topics like feminism, immigration, and gender rights and equalities and all that stuff are topics that are trending, and on every social media platform you've got news outlets that are talking about that. So that's why these people are ready to pay you to write articles about these topics, because they know that people are ready and eager to read about these topics. All right, so it's quite easy here to specify, and what we're going to do is you're not going to generate these articles yourself. You're not going to be creative to write these articles yourself. What you need to simply do is, like I showed you earlier, we go into Google News and try to find articles that are already written about this. Why? Because one, these articles are published every after 2-3 hours, and you just simply find an article that is around the same niche as to what you need to write about. Again, this is not the only website, the only niche that you need to write about. There are a couple of other ones that you can write about. This one is about travel, and they're able to pay you $50 to $200 to write about travel. And you also have this one here, it's foreign policy. They're ready to pay you $100 to submit an article about foreign policy and travel, and all these news articles are already on Google News. Now you might be wondering, but you can't just go and copy people's articles that are already written and published, and you send it back to these companies and expect them to get paid to pay you back. Yes, that's quite true. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a very smart technique here. For example, let's take this one. Let's say we want to copy this one. This is the article we found and we want to write about health, for example. But you should definitely write an article underneath that your company is requesting that you write for. And I'll show you how to pitch those companies, how to actually request them to give you the right to write for them and get paid and all of that. I'll show you later on. So the first thing we have to do is you come here and find an article that's related to the niche you're writing to. You click on it, for example, this one. And we just go through it, yes, and it opens the article. For example, we want to talk about this one. Let's say this is the article we want to submit. Yes, we simply copy this article, and they pay you for the number of words you write, usually 100, 200 words, 300 words, and they pay you $100, $200, and $1,000. I guess it could be a bit more words than that. Usually it should be around 700 to 1,500 words. Now you copy this text here. It's well written. These people have done some good research. They write a very good article. And don't worry, you don't need images because the companies that are paying you for this will provide those images themselves. So you don't need images or videos and any of that stuff. Those companies will provide them by themselves. So you copy that and go to a tool called Spinboard. Spinboard is like it's like, I would say it's something called, it's like Grammarly. If you know what Grammarly is, so it can actually generate a text. You come to a copy here. No, it shouldn't be. And I should delete this. Delete. So Spinboard should be here. Paste text. Text we copy from the website here. It's like Grammarly. So what it does is it spins this information and it paraphrases it and uses different grammatic words. Now, if we just paste this text here, you can see advanced spin paragraph. You can see that, what it actually says here. It says my job as an ER doctor is simply blah 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 blah. If we spin this, you can see that you have a different you have a paraphrase of the same text here, but with different choices of words. For example, see my job as an ER doctor, blah blah blah. Here it says my occupation as a trauma center specialist, blah blah blah. It sounds different. Now, the difference between this tool and AI content, I guess most of you might have heard about AI intelligent, like that's artificial intelligence generated text. The problem Google has with that is because usually with the AI, it goes and scrap information or scrap lines of text all across the web and produces text for you. Whereas, and usually if you carry that text, for example, let's say we go back here to this website and we wanted to write about these topics about health, for example. If you use an AI generated text, the AI will scrap the web and just scrap sentences all across the web like this. You might copy one sentence here, go to a different paragraph, a different article, copy one sentence and produce you something like this. Now if you use that and send to an employer, what they will do is they will use a tool, is so-called plagiarism something, and they will insert that text which you produce with the AI, and once they insert it, you will see that the tool which they have, I usually use some of those tools as well, it would highlight certain text, certain lines, and when it highlights them, it would say this text comes from this. It would also, when you click on the text, it would point exactly what website that is coming from. So that's not a very clever idea, and Google is not quite happy with that, and they don't rank such text. So that's why this spin robot is rather important, because it doesn't scrap text across the net, but it rather simply changes the language of the text. Simply the same like you could read this text yourself and try to rewrite it on your own using your own choices of words, and that doesn't counteract. You can't get any copyright ban for any of that, because it's your own choice of words. Of course, that's what it looks like. So when we've done this, assuming that we've done this, and don't be in a hurry, because I'll show you not only one website to get how to do this, but multiple other sites and how to easily do this. So when you spin your text, you try to read through all of it, and you now copy this text that you've written here. You simply copy it and go to a Google Doc. I believe you should be able to create a Google Doc on your phone. It should be quite easy on your computer. It's very easy to do it, and you label the Google Doc here sample articles, for example, if it's a sample article, or if it's a new one, right? You just do that, and when you come on your Google Doc, you simply Control V, you paste that, and here we go, is your text. All right, nicely written, well organized, and everything is quite good. And even in the worst case scenario, if there are errors in the translation, you come to when you come to your Google Docs, you see that some texts have been highlighted, which means some grammatic errors are wrong, and you don't need Grammarly to do this. So you can literally correct that here, and so your text is clean and is professional. As easy as that. Now, the next thing we need to do is that when we finish with all this, we need to find how to submit this document. Now, what I've done is, this is not just the end of it. There are tons of other companies which I will show you later on. I've literally created a follow-up copy of a follow-up training, some sort of a crash course, and you can see here that I have listed quite a good number of other websites, about 13 of them. It is 10 plus 2, 12 exactly. And I have also shown you inside these videos how to actually pitch these companies, because to be able to pitch them, you need to send them a message to show them that you have work that you do like this and you're professional, to convince them to give you these tags. Now, some of these companies, for example, this one here, we have the Syria Club here, and they literally tell you how to submit your work to them. And you can simply go in here and let me show you what to do. Alright, so some of them, like this one, they have a form instead. And when you go here, you have to submit your form using your name, your email, your personal website if you have one, but you just need to go copy some website that has some text and paste here and all that kind of stuff. And usually I don't like this website that will request a form instead, because there's a lot of information to put on, which is not always the best idea. So what I did is, on this first video, I showed you how to create your email using, and also create an email signature. So you pitch yourself, you portray yourself as a professional writer. It's all inside here. It takes about 15 minutes. So it's an extension of this video, and I couldn't just do all of that here on this simple video you're watching, because it's going to be too long and YouTube doesn't like that. And again, also here on the second video, I also showed you how to write the email to pitch them, what to write exactly, that they would actually request your text, and a few other things in here. And so they're also linked to all the websites that I requested you to check, which are free. They're all below here. So it's some sort of a crash course that I have made here, and you can see that you have everything that you have to use below here. Now, for example, this other one here, we have I believe they're the ones who request you to send them an email instead. All right, so I'll show you how to pitch them and to get to them. So you simply go on this website listed below here. This one is called Eating Well Magazine, and of course you can see here they pay you for writing articles for them. I can see here they say how to apply to Eating Now. So simply familiarize yourself with the magazine Eating Well. So if you want to write for them, you just go and look at what they actually post already, because it sounds like a health and awareness magazine, so they post things about nutrition and all of that. So you just simply look at what they post every single day, and so you have to write your content relative to what they are requesting. So you simply go and write an email. Say, send your pitch to Associate Nutrition Editor Julia Westbrook. This is the email. And inside this free training that I've made below here, I've actually shown you exactly how to send an email to these people and what the email should look like. I actually created a template for you to do, which is super free. And I also showed you, like again I said, you need to appear professional with every step. So you need to be able to, so you have a higher chance of earning to get the job and to be able to earn this money using automated system like this. This thing right here is quite free, and every other tool that I recommend inside the video is quite free. So alright guys, I hope this is going to really make a big difference, and if you lack anything or you have any questions, simply feel free to contact me inside the comment section, or you can reach out to me using any of the links below this video. And the reason why I created this some sort of a crash course here, like I made these extra videos out of 3 reasons. The one reason is because I didn't want this video to be too long, because there are lots of technical things I taught inside here, and again because I already have a strike somewhere here on my channel where is some community violation. YouTube has been a bit aggressive for the last couple of months here. I already have some sort of a strike, so I can't afford to have all these multiple links in the description of my video, all these websites, because I don't know what YouTube would want and what they will not want. So for you to access all this training and all of that is absolutely free. So you need to just click the first link below this video, and you are going to find yourself on this training and you start doing it. You can see right here I have a strike here, warning right here, so I can't afford to have all these multiple links and these websites that I'm recommending to you here in the description of my video. So guys, have a wonderful time, and I believe this would actually change your day and make give you a higher chance of making some extra income online and while you follow up. So look up the next videos that I post, and feel free to subscribe. That's something I can never force you to do. If you appreciate this, subscribe. If you don't, well, see you next time. Have a good day. Bye bye.